I gotta say things how they are when it comes to dreams that I've had. Even if it's a dream and I find out in the future that it was just a dream, I'd rather say it exactly how it is than to um, speak of things halfway. And with that being stated, I was talking about a dream that I had when I was walking up these, like, it was like a porch, you know what I'm saying? And it was paint on it and it was still wet. Man, it was like some type of little, like, small bird, like some type of, it was like, I remember it was kind of sort of like a small bird, like on the paint, and the paint was like drying up, but it, like the bird was like stuck to the paint or something like that. And I ended up walking in this room and I saw a pool table, and then I remember like seeing through the window it was somebody like pumping gas in at a truck or something like that. And then I walked outside and this dude had a hat on, and the same hat that this man had on, it was identical to the hat that this white man had on, that um the white man that had, was a part of the people that baptized me on the 28th of July, 2024. And he had on sunglasses. I remember this. And he was singing some song. I didn't know what that meant, but he was like pumping gas next to like this big old gas truck, and then it blew up. And I didn't know what to make of that dream at all. I was talking about back when I was working at the Pepsi warehouse in 2016, 2017, and 2018. And one day I called up my brother and I was talking to him about how my ex-girlfriend was having an affair with this dude named Jay at my job, how I found out and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And I told my ex, Mona, one day, I was like, okay, if you ain't do nothing to him, then why do his girl want to talk to me? That was a bold-faced lie. You know what I'm saying? I just said that to my ex-girlfriend, Mona, to see if anything would happen around my surroundings at work or around my surroundings around Fort Myers after that. I ain't never in my life said a single word to that lady. Never in my, probably saw her a couple times when she came to pick up her boyfriend Jay back in the day. Didn't know this lady, didn't know nothing about her, wasn't trying to know her, none of that shit, you feel me? But I said that to my ex Mona just to see if she was on some type of bullshit. I still vividly remember talking to family members of mine and showing them screenshots of the text messages that she sent me, because when I accused her of basically engaging in sex with this nigga at my job, she texted me a message back saying, um, okay, I'm coming up to your job, and when I get to your job, we go. I want you to pull him. I want you to pull him outside and ask him in front of me if he did it. As a matter of fact, we can also include his girl too. Bring his girlfriend there too, and we can ask her if I'm having some type of affair with him. Now, I didn't know this nigga. I didn't know this nigga girl. I wasn't talking to this nigga girl, nothing like that. So I said, if you don't know this nigga at all, why are you talking about bringing his girl in the middle of it? Why are you talking about doing any of that? You feel me? That was just weird as shit to me. So when I took screenshots of those messages and sent it to my family, a few of them was like, yeah, it's something there. It's something going on. There's definitely something there. That was in May 2000, April or May of 2017, I think, and that's what made me stop. That's what made me stop fucking with her all together. And then after I stopped messing with her, when he would come to work, he no longer was saying anything to me when he came to work. You know what I'm saying? He didn't say a single word. That was just like he didn't say nothing. Like he was. I didn't know Jay, yo. I didn't hang out with that nigga, but I did used to converse with everybody at work. I was on the cool conversational side with the nigga, like, what up, though, bro? Like type shit like that. But one day I hit up Tease. This nigga Devontae, this nigga Tease that I used to say was like a childhood friend of mine. And I called off work on one particular day when I caught a flat driving down Veronica Shoemaker, ran into the motherfucking island. You know what I'm saying? Caught a flat. I was in a rental car. I was in a truck. I think I was in this Durango. And I took the car to the tire shop to get the flat fixed. And the next day they had this big meeting in the Pepsi warehouse. They don't even call it Pepsi no more. They call it Hayden. It's a warehouse called Hayden. But they had a big meeting in the Pepsi warehouse about me calling off. And they basically said, if anybody ever call off on a weekend, now you gonna get fired. Every single time I did something at that job, anything that I did, they had a meeting about it the following week and said, if you do this, then you can get fired. That one time I walked to the motherfucking car to grab my gloves, my work gloves. They said if anybody walked to their car during work time, you can get fired. Like walk through the parking lot or something like that. So I remember on this particular day, I called Elmer up, this dude named Elmer that we also work with. Elmer was this Hispanic dude. And I asked Elmer, how many people at work right now? The day I called off on that Saturday when I caught that flat. He was like, yeah, man, there was a couple people here. It's a smaller number. It's a small number of people now. And Jay was here, but he took off running. He ran up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Once we found out that you called off, he ran up out of here. And I remember calling Tease up, laughing with Tease on the phone, like, hey, bro, they said that one dude ran up out of the job after they said that I called off. I said, I think that dude think that I'm talking to this girl or something, because when I first accused my girl or found out my girl was having an affair with that nigga, I was like, hey, why do his girl want to talk to me then? Why she want to have a conversation with me? You know what I'm saying? Why did she reach out to other people, say that she want to have a conversation with me then? And when I asked my ex-girlfriend, at the time that was my girlfriend, but when I asked her that in May 2017, I believe this was, she was like, whatever, she was just, that's how she was talking to me. When I asked her rhetorically why she want to have a conversation with me, I did not know that lady. Never in my life held a conversation with her. Never. I just said that just to see how my ex would respond. This is damn near, it's 2026. That was 9 years ago, yo. So, after that, I remember just laughing because deep down I thought that he possibly thought that I was doing something with his girl or some shit like that. So I just I remember talking to my brother about it, and I remember talking to Tease about it also. And my brother Scooter was telling me, every time you see that, man, grab your dick, nigga. Grab your dick and just like walk around with a smile on your face. I'm like, man, I ain't about to do that shit. I'm not with that shit, bro. I can't do that. I'm not with that mind game type shit. Like, I don't do that kind of shit. I don't walk around playing mind games and shit when niggas trying to, like, if I think somebody's mind is in conflict about something and I think somebody is going through a lot of bullshit, I'm not about to poke at them and try to exaggerate their thoughts more. Or I'm not trying to put an enhancement on their thoughts and have them walking around aimlessly trying to figure out, man, what the fuck is that nigga doing with my girl? You know what I'm saying? I'm not with that shit. Flat the fuck out. So I told my brother, I was like, yeah, that shit sound funny, but I ain't gonna do that, man. And Tease was just laughing. Tease was just laughing when I told him about it. I had a dream about that dude, dog. And this is before I even broke up with my ex-girl the first time. I broke up with her first May 2017. Start back fucking with her in like January 2018. I did not stop fucking with her in June 2018. I'm talking about Mona. And that's the last time I seen her, June 2018. Last time I talked to her on the phone was November 2018. But I had a dream that dude took a lot of tests. I never told anybody this. This dude was like in the bathroom he was like in the bathroom arguing with like his girl at that time. He was like arguing with his girl and like got into some type of like mini fight with his girl. And he was in the Pepsi bathroom at the Pepsi warehouse in Fort Myers, Florida. And he took like a lie detector test or some shit like that. It was weird, dog. It was weird as hell. He was in the bathroom and he was like taking a lie detector test. That dude Jay. I woke up. I had that dream I think I had that dream in 2000, like December 2016 or like January, February of 2017. But I'm speaking on this because I brought that dude up in a dream that I had back in I had a dream about him. He was fighting some dude, and then I had a dream it was this other dude named Tim that we worked with. And some dude that grabbed like a switchblade and grabbed the dude Tim chain and cut his chain off. So the dude Jay, I got into a fight in this dream, and then I saw some other dude like grab that dude chain and snatch that dude chain off. And then when I came to work the next day and told Jay and told Tim, hey bro, I had a dream about both of y'all. It was weird as hell. They told me like that shit did kind of sort of happen because the dude Tim told me that he wouldn't have bought a chain earlier that day. He wouldn't have bought some type of medallion or something earlier that day, or went and got his jewelry cleaned or something like that earlier that day. And Jay told me that some dude came knocking on his door asking to talk to his girl or something. And he ended up beating some dude's ass for trying to holler at his girl. You know what I'm saying? And he basically said the way it happened was the dude knew what he was doing, but he tried him basically. He basically was like, I know you stay here with your girl, and I'm some nigga that's talking to your girl, but I'm gonna come knock on your door and ask for your girl and disrespect you right in your face. And Jay told me, he hit dude in the jaw. So they was basically saying like that dream you had, it was kind of sort of similar to that. So I don't be knowing sometimes what be going on. That's why I be trying to stay cautious. But I had that dream that I told them about. This was way back in like late 2016 or early 2017. I think it was late 2016. That was a long time ago, yo. But like I said, sometimes you can see things in dreams and then your brain can just put things together and process things. So I'll be careful with the stuff I'll be talking about. You feel me? Um, I think that's the main thing I wanted to speak on. When your mind be racing and you be aggravated or agitated, you be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Um, but that dream that I had so many dreams. I be trying to process them. It don't make no sense. I be trying to understand stuff. So I don't know if some type of long term lie I got told about when I was working at the Pepsi warehouse back in the day. Um, Man, when I was working at that Pepsi warehouse, yo, it was ladies all around Fort Myers I was fucking and stuff like that. But can't no nigga say that I was talking to his girl at that job and nothing like that. And my ex girl, she could never say that I was talking to some lady at her job. Out of all the jobs that she worked at, like I didn't do that. I never did that to her. I just wanted to speak on that, yo. And this ain't no like I ain't trying to put niggas on blast and none shit like that. I've been through all kind of fucked up shit, yo. So I ain't trying to put people on blast and trying to rehash or shit or bring shit back up from a long time ago. All that shit in the past, you feel me? But I just wanted to speak on that because I think some type of long term lie got glued to my name a long time ago and people just ran with it and tried to like stick it to me. And like I said, at one point in time, I was upset and I was bothered by the thought of a lot of people making up lies about me. So I was reaching out to everybody. Like I was asking ladies, I was asking niggas. I even reached out to a couple gay dudes and I asked these guys, hey man, let me know if it's something negative being stated about me. I'm not gay, but I think it's somebody like I think it's some gay man stalking me, low key, sneaking around and acting like he's not gay or something, but he's stalking me and he possibly trying to act like I'm talking to him or something. Like let me know. I have reached out and asked people to do that because I just believe that that was happening. But um, everybody used to telling me like, no, I ain't heard nothing, I ain't seen nothing, I don't really get off on others, everybody else shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was just that. One time I was at the L.A. library. This one dude came up to the L.A. library. He was walking upstairs, and it was this gay dude that worked at the L.A. Mission. I asked that man if it was something negative being stated about me. He was like, no, I don't even get off in the drama and stuff like that. You know, this man told me listen to gospel music. I was like, I just looked at that nigga like, nigga, I thought he was lying, but I just left it alone. Like, all right, bro. And then I seen that dude like a week or two later walking around Los Angeles Street, downtown LA. I was going to Pizza Hut or walking from Pizza Hut, I think. And I seen that dude walking down the street and I was like, oh, what's up, bro? And I just gave him dap like that. But somebody else could have possibly been around that dude and been making up some type of lie and trying to make it look like that I knew that dude more than I knew him or something like that. He told me he did volunteer work at the LA Mission Shelter. Cause I recognized him when I saw him at the LA library. I was like, hey bro, you be at the LA Mission, don't you? Somebody else could be walking around and recording me talking to that dude to make up some lie. You feel me? That has happened to me a whole lot. But if anybody is um knowing for a fact that nobody's ever going to come and talk to me directly, they just go rely on people that's online playing games all day. They go keep doing that kind of stupid shit, recording me and trying to rely on me and frame me and sabotage me. I walk down the street and nod my head to somebody. They'll tell somebody else, "Hey, record that dude nodding his head to that one person. Record that dude giving that dude dap. Record that dude shaking hands with somebody else. Make it look real, real, real convincing to other people." I'm telling you, yo. And everybody be looking like, no, that nigga lying. That nigga full of shit. No, you a liar. You full of shit. You the one that sat back and watched everybody on social media choose to do some dumb shit instead of talking to me directly. That's why everybody keep feeling the okay and feeling the need and feeling the comfort, like just the comfortability of continuously doing the same exact thing, expecting a different result. I don't even care no more about the he say, she say talk. At one point in time, I did, but when I realized family members of mine was looking different and stuff, I was like, man, fuck everything else. Somebody let me know what's going on with my moms and my sisters and my siblings and stuff like that. I'm more concerned about that than somebody on some gossip shit. But people should see just how bad gossip could do you. Now, I hope people can understand, because I'm going through all of this stuff, and I hope people is finally starting to wake up and realize, okay, when you lie on this man or you gossip about this man in a falsified way, it can make things worse all around him. Get off this phone, yo. 6:32. It's 6:31 p.m., yo. January 24, 2026. I was trying to make sure I covered everything before I get off this phone one more time. I just wanted to speak on dreams I had a long time ago that, I had that dream about that dude Jay and that dude Tim in the dream. Like, dude Jay getting into a fight with some dude, and then some dude Tim getting this, like, some dude grabbed his chain and took his chain, and then he shot the dude who took his chain, but the dude survived. Then the dude started shooting at everybody else, and we all took off running. That happened way back in the day, yo. I don't speak on all dreams that I've had, because if I feel like it's something that's too gory, maybe it's not God in that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just my brain processing things, or maybe it's the devil trying to mess with my mind, trying to get me to upload stuff and publicize things that could possibly make things worse in the future. I'll be paying attention to stuff like that, because some things you could speak on and you could upload, it can make things worse. When you think it's making it better, it's making it worse. But it's some type of everlasting lie followed me, and then a lot of people chose to basically target people that was around me before they could just come and talk to me directly. People trying to make it look like I was just some nigga out here running around trying to fuck a whole bunch of niggas bitches, and that shit wasn't me, yo. Because like I said before, if I ever got into it with somebody, I'm either walk away, I'm gonna get up out of the situation. I'm not gonna entertain that. Some niggas like that shit. Some niggas enjoy playing them type of games and stuff like that with niggas, and they'll go smash a nigga girl, and then they'll be playing around and playing them type of game. I don't like playing with, that ain't me. I don't like playing with people like that. I really do not like playing with niggas like that. I don't like the thought of, like, if I'm real close enough to the point where I can feel like this dude is like my close friend, or like a brother or a cousin, I might get into a couple boxing matches with this nigga, get to fighting with this nigga in a playful way type shit. But I'm not the type of nigga that'd be like, yeah, nigga, I'ma fuck your girl. Yeah, nigga, I'm about to fuck your girl. Like, no, that shit ain't never been me. I'm not about to put my dick where another nigga dick been at, and then be like, yeah, nigga, your girl like me. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, you playing with way more than just, you playing with some dangerous shit, yo. You playing a dangerous game when you do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I had enough willpower to never do nothing stupid or do nothing ignorant, but I'm not about to play with another man's emotions like that. You know what I'm saying? So when I was sexually active back in the day, some ladies I had sex with, I fucked, and that was it. I had sex with them, and that was it. I left them alone. But I wasn't about to be running around bragging about who I smashed to some other nigga that was like in a relationship with old girl or something like that. No, if I did that, I did that, and I left it alone. But I realized as I got older, some niggas knew that I messed with some of these ladies, and they was mad about that. They was upset about that. Then it made them even more mad, the fact that I wasn't running around on some bragging type shit. I ain't know no sneaky ass shiesty shit. But if people really want me to be honest, man, I want to say more than 90% of the time, more than 90%, more than 95% of the time, any lady that I engaged in sex with, she told me she was single. Of course, they probably lied, but yeah. And again, when I addressed my ex a long time ago, talking about all that stuff, like having an affair with a nigga at my job and shit like that, man, that was so long ago. But even back in that day, I never talked to that nigga girl. I never talked to any nigga girl that I worked with back in the day, yo. Niggas probably heard about some lady that I engaged in sex with a couple years before I started working at that Pepsi warehouse. It's not even the Pepsi warehouse no more. So when people be trying to make me look like that I was like Jody off Baby Boy and shit like that, nah, I mean, I did used to holler at a lot of them ladies when I was working at the Coca-Cola warehouse, but my girl didn't work with me at the Coca-Cola warehouse. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no girlfriend at the Coca-Cola warehouse. So stacking up on numbers every day, talking to ladies that went to FGCU, Florida Gulf Coast University, because it was right around the corner from the Coca-Cola warehouse. But I don't know. I don't know what my ex-girl doing now. I don't really. I'm not even checking for that. I just personally feel like with all the crazy stuff that I've been through in the past, I feel like everybody know about it. There's no way you don't know about it. That's just how I think. But I left everything alone a long time. I left everything alone a long time ago in the past. But what got me in deep thought more than anything else, what got me more like agitated and mad as fuck is if I got family members that got reeled out. I mean, I know for a fact they've been cloned. Why did everybody just sit back and watch this? You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing that I be in deep thought about. I don't even be caring no more about the he say, she say talk or the gossip or the dirt somebody threw on my name. Now I'm more concerned about life. You know what I'm saying? That's it. God bless to everybody. And much love to everybody. I just wanted to say that, yo, be more clear on this. You feel me? This AJ. Still trying to understand certain dreams and visions that I had.